So this is handling emergencies, part 2, avoiding collisions and accidents. Avoiding collisions. When it looks as if a collision may happen, many drivers simply hit the brakes as hard as they can. This locks the wheels and puts the car in a skid, making things worse. Braking may be the right thing to do, but it is not the only thing to do. In avoiding a collision, a driver has 3 options. Stop quickly, turn quickly, speed up quickly. To stop quickly, pumping the brakes is generally the best way to stop the car in an emergency. The car stops quickly and also lets you continue steering. If you have anti-lock brakes, simply hold the pedal down firmly and let the car do the work. Push the brake pedal hard. If the car begins to skid, quickly let up on the brake, and then quickly push down on it again. Use this quick pumping action until the car is stopped. Controlled braking stops the car even faster, but requires more skill. You need to get a feel for the brakes and the steering. Push down on the brake pedal until just before the wheels lock, or until you feel a need for more steering control. Then release the brakes. Repeat these moves until the car comes to a complete stop. Protecting yourself in collisions. You may not always be able to avoid a collision. Try everything you can to keep from getting hit. If nothing works, try to keep the injury from being too serious. Hit from the rear. If you are about to be hit from the rear, be ready to apply your brakes so that you won't be pushed into another car. Brace yourself between the steering wheel and the seat. If your car has head restraints, press the back of your head firmly against the head restraint. Hit from the side. If you are about to be hit from the side, brace yourself with the steering wheel and keep from being thrown against the side of the car. Get ready to steer quickly so that if the car spins around, you can try to control the car. Hit from the front. If you are wearing a shoulder strap, use your arms and hands to protect your face. If you're not using a shoulder strap, throw yourself across the seat so that you don't get hit from the steering column or the windshield. To turn quickly, if you can see that you won't stop in time to avoid hitting something, turn away from it. Concentrate on steering. If you can, stay off the brake while you turn. This lessens the chance of a skid, particularly if you are turning onto a softer shoulder. To be able to turn quickly, you need to hold the steering wheel correctly. Your hands must be on the opposite sides of the steering wheel at the 10 and 2 o'clock positions. Get used to holding the steering wheel this way all the time. To avoid an accident, turn away from the obstacle. Once you clear it, turn the steering wheel in the opposite direction to back into your lane. Be ready to turn again quickly. Many people steer away from one collision only to end into another. To speed up quickly, sometimes it is necessary to speed up to avoid a collision. This may happen when another car is about to hit you from the side or from behind. In a car with a manual transmission, you may need to shift into a lower gear and push the gas pedal to the floor. If the car has an automatic transmission, you can do the same by simply pushing the gas pedal to the floor. It is illegal for an operator to read printed material while driving a motor vehicle. Printed material does not include a map or written directions to a specific location. Accidents. If you are involved in an accident, stop your car at once and render all possible aid to any injured people and send it for an ambulance if needed. Stay at the scene until the police have arrived and questioned everyone involved. If you can, move your car off to the road so that you don't block traffic. Get the names and addresses of all the people involved in the accident and any witnesses. Record the other driver's name and address, make, model, and year of car, driver's license number, license plate number, insurance company number, damage to his or her car. Note the time, date, and place of accident. The position of the direction of travel of cars, pedestrians before and after the crash, bad weather or road conditions. Always contact the police if there is any injury. Give the police information on the accident at the time of the accident. Give just the facts. If a parked car is damaged, try to find the owner. Leave a note in place where the owner can find it. The note should contain your name and address, driver's license and number, license plate number, date and time of accident, a description of property damage. If the accident involves any injuries, property damage of $1,000 or more, the driver must report it to the police or local sheriff. Failure to report an accident may result in criminal charges and a driver's license suspension. Emergency first aid. If you are involved in or come to a personal injury accident and no one else is on the scene, you should try to help the victims. If emergency medical assistance is already on the scene, follow instructions and pay attention to the road and the traffic controls officers, not the accident. Here are some basic first aid tips to use in emergency help if it is not immediately real. Do not move the victim unless absolutely necessary due to fire or other life-threatening danger. If downed wires are present, don't go near them. Wait for emergency crews to handle the situation. Check to see if the victim is breathing. If not, begin cardiopulmonary resuscitation. If you have been trained to do it, or mouth-to-mouth breathing. You can help stop bleeding by putting pressure directly on the wound or with your hand or a clean cloth if available. Do not put ointment or grease on burns. You may apply cold water to burns and cover them with a clean cloth. Do not get an injured person anything to drink, not even water. Cover the victim with a blanket or a coat to maintain body temperature and to help prevent shock. So handling other automobile emergencies, if the right wheel's on your car unexpectedly run off the road or shoulder, don't panic, grip the wheel firmly, ease up on the gas pedal, don't hit the brake pedal suddenly and hard, step on the brakes gently. After you've slowed down, you can steer back into the road. If your gas pedal becomes stuck or jammed, keep your eyes on the road, shift to neutral, put on the brakes, find a safe place to pull off the road. As you begin to stop your car to stop, turn off the engine. If you cannot free the pedal so that it does not get unstuck, call for assistance. If your brakes fail, keep your eyes on the road, shift to neutral, put on the brakes, find a safe place to pull off the road. As you bring your car to a stop, turn off the engine. This is some other ones. I'm not going to read them all. You can pause and read. But wet brakes, if blowout occurs, if your hood latch fails, if your power steering fails, if your engine floods, if your headlights fail. Da da da.